Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers play the Clippers tonight. It's a Clipper home game. We're wearing our yellow. They're wearing their blacks. I don't know why they do that so backwards, but whatever. That's what's going on. And the Clippers have lost 3 of their last 5 games, believe it or not. The latest one being against the Sacramento Kings, where De'Aaron Fox went for 33 on their heads. No Paul George in that one. The game before that, they had the Grizzlies, where they turned the ball over 20-something times and still won the game, which is kind of crazy. Before that, I think they played, what was it, OKC. OKC got them, Shea, kicked them in the head. That's what happened there. And, to be honest with you, without Paul George tonight, I think this is our best shot at beating this Clipper team, the modern Clipper team. Winning a season series against them for the first time in how many years? I don't know. Several years. Since they put Kawhi and PG together, we hadn't beat them at all before this season, basically. Not since the bubbles or before the bubble. So you talk about how important this game is. Me personally, this is one of the most important games of the year because you really want to win the season series against this team. You want the mental edge. Obviously, you're not going to have home court advantage regardless, but you want to say you beat them 3-1. That's what it really comes down to. You had some success against the Clippers this season, and you want to signify that with a win tonight, for which is necessary on all fronts, because right now your basketball team is in 9th place and falling fast. You have a tough schedule left, and with Paul George not playing, that's like a bone thrown our way, man. Of course, we still got to deal with James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, and everybody else on this team, Terrence Mann, who went for 22 points against the Grizzlies, I believe it was, and several other guys. Zubac is healthy again after missing some time earlier in the midway through the season. So the Clippers are a serious team now. Us, oh man, we are not playing our greatest basketball since coming back from the All-Star break. We've lost 2 of our last 3 games. The last one against the Phoenix Suns in pretty embarrassing fashion on their floor in a midday game on Sunday. We got out rebounded something terrible. Yusuf Nurkic had a big-time game with 22 boards, 7 offensive rebounds, 7 assists, 18 points. I mean, it was just embarrassing how bad he outplayed Anthony Davis. We let Royce O'Neal go for 6 threes. He had 4 offensive rebounds with who else? It was Grayson Allen also going off for 6 threes in that game. Booker and KD didn't even have to do their largest, damage to us because their role players took care of business. So we got our hats handed to us pretty bad there. And, of course, we beat the San Antonio Spurs in a game where Wemby went completely crazy. And we happened to win the game. And then right before that, coming back from the All-Star break, we had a Golden State game where Bron didn't play, and it showed. That's what it really came down to. We were missing his production, and we basically got beat. So we can't afford to lose too many more, man. If we want to make the playoffs, if we're serious about, trying to gain our way out of the play-in tournament, we need to start winning. And it doesn't matter who our opponent is. We need to treat them all like it's, a Game 7, basically. And if we can't muster up that type of energy, then we're going to fall. So that's what it really comes down to. We can't afford to drop games right now. We're missing some guys. Of course, the latest injury is Castleton with the wrist. I don't know how long he's going to miss time, but it wasn't like we had called him up anyway. So he hurt himself in the G League, and now we can't use him. Christian Wood, I don't know, man. We know the knee was a thing, but also the off-the-court stuff has happened now, so who knows what's going to happen there. He's not playing tonight. Vanderbilt is still out for a while. Vincent's probably not, he's out for a while. And Cam Reddish is somebody who we're considering day-to-day but has yet to return. I don't know if he returns tonight, but, that's what it really is with the L.A. Lakers tonight. I'm looking at us and I'm saying, okay, if you can't beat the Clippers tonight, you got to turn around and play the Washington Wizards on a back-to-back. Hopefully you can get the victory there. The Golden State Warriors just beat the Wizards last night, so you had better take care of business. So it's one of those situations where it's like, man, everybody around us is winning. We got 2 games against the Sacramento Kings coming up very soon. They beat us every time they see us these days. Got the Minnesota Timberwolves coming up. We thought Anthony Edwards had hurt his foot yesterday, but he came back and dunked the ball and jumped, show everybody his ankle's fine. So I'm pretty sure he'll be ready to go against us. This is a nightmare, man. We're the hurtest team of them all. We're the one playing the worst as of right now. And we're in 9th place holding on for dear life, and we got to beat teams that we're not expected to beat in order to win, to get into this, stay into the play-in tournament or get above it. So I didn't even mention the Denver Nuggets who are coming. I mean, it's just like, man, you got to win these games. Even the Denver game, you can't afford to lose it. Now that you can drop the Phoenix and Golden State game, you can't afford to lose that one. So it's not looking good for us. Darvin Ham's overplaying Taurean Prince in the absence of all these people. And, you know, I mean, you get what come with that. We know how this goes. He's misusing Spencer Dinwiddie, having doing everything but playing point guard off the bench. Everything but. He's playing every position there is except for the one he's meant to do. I mean, just like, yo, these are the things that cannot happen tonight against the Clippers or really for the rest of the season if we want to win. Can't have Taurean at the power forward unless AD's on the floor. AD can't be getting outplayed by people. You know what I mean? These are things that just can't happen. Bron can't be missing games and having his head elsewhere, focusing on, you know, other things that off the court that have to do with his kid and draft status stuff that has to do with him, whether or not he's going to be in the first round. I mean, dog, we need to focus on what we got going on. All that other stuff off the court, if you want to focus on that, our team is going to suffer for it and we're going to lose. So people need to regroup, make a decision if they want to mail the season in right now or not, and let the fans know so they don't waste their time watching it if that's what you're going to do. Because you ain't been that great of a team all year, but you did show signs of being a team who could beat some teams that you're supposed to beat. Won the in-season tournament, didn't lose a game. Beat the Boston Celtics with no Bron, no AD. We've done some things this year. But we've also embarrassed ourselves quite bad in a lot of cases as well. And we're going to figure out who we want to be tonight on the Clippers home floor. It's our building, but it's the Clippers home floor. Their fan base is growing. They're looking forward to having their own building next year. And this is the last matchup we're going to have with them, sharing a building with them. I'd say it should be one we win, especially since Paul is not going to be out there. Now, the Clippers, like I said, they turned the ball over a lot against the Grizzlies. They've had some turnover issues as of late, so we need to be aware of that. Russell Westbrook's out there coming off the bench. You don't want him to have a big game against you tonight. He did have a nice one in the last one, so let's try to do what we can to match with their energy, if anything, because that was really the issue against the Phoenix Suns. We didn't rebound the ball well at all, and we didn't match the energy necessary to compete. We left people open from behind the arc for three, and they shot us down. Now, the Clippers haven't been shooting that good from behind the arc either. In the last game, I think they shot like 29%, which is not very good for them. So hopefully that carries over into this one, but I wouldn't count on it. You know, they're on their home floor. I wouldn't count on that. So we know we need a big game from everybody. Anybody that can show up and play hard needs to show up and play hard. But with the understanding that there's no more average games. There's no more quote unquote big games. Every game is a game 7 for your situation. I don't care if you're playing the Wizards or the Nuggets or the Clippers or the Bucks, who are also coming up soon. You got to play every game like it's your last, or it may just be in this situation. So that's really where we're at, man. I'm hopeful that this team can give me some hope for themselves, for their prospects of making the playoffs. But a lot will be determined over the next 5 games, man. A lot will be determined over what they do in the immediate future. A lot of these games are going to be in California. Very happy about not having to fly around right now. But it ain't going to make a difference if the teams that come in are beating the heck out of you anyway. You know, so that's really what it is, man. I'm irritated. I think we could do things differently. As I mentioned in previous videos, I want to see us give Rui Hachimura more looks out there. I want to see us use him a lot more than we have. You know, subbing players in at the right time against the Phoenix Suns was a very difficult thing for Darvin to pull off. Overusing Taurean, overusing Spencer, as mentioned. It was really the bane of what happened there. We suffered on the boards. We suffered shooting. We suffered everywhere. We suffered defensively. We suffered everything because of his decisions and rotations of that particular game. And I know people are missing and all of that, but the excuses and all of that, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We just can't afford to lose anymore. And so if he's going to continue to do stuff that costs us, then that's just what we'll be living with. That will be the situation. Broughton played good in the last game, try to make up for the fact that he wasn't out there against Golden State. I thought he did good. But Austin's been struggling. Dinwiddie, like I said, he's been struggling bad. We've been missing some of our guys. We didn't play Max in the last one very much. Of course, we're missing Christian Wood out there. That length with him and Anthony Davis really was underrated and how much it helped us. So it's just a lot of stuff. He's not playing. What's the guy? Jackson Hayes, as much as we would like to probably see him in a backup center role. It's just we're overusing the wrong people, man. We're overusing the wrong people, and they're giving us the results that come with that. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the team does tonight, man. I don't want to get up here and complain about what has yet to take place or all of that and get all in my head about what I don't like, because at the end of the day, we have a chance to get it right tonight. And there'll be plenty of complaining to do if we don't. You know what I mean? But we're playing the Clippers. This is a team that we consider our rivals, even though they have yet to win anything. They're better than us this season. We're up 2-1 in the season series. That should be motivation enough to try to get this game and go up 3-1 against them. Have that mental edge. Have the bragging rights that this city loves so very much. Anytime we beat the Clippers, Laker fans flood the block. We flood Figueroa. We go out there and we dance. We go crazy like we won a championship when we beat these guys these days, because that's how important our pride is in regards to doing so. So give our fans something to enjoy tonight. We got the Kobe statue up. It's a Clipper game. Let's get out there, beat this team, and show them whose city it really is. So I don't care if they're getting a new building or not. This is our city. And that's really what it comes down to. LA is a Laker town. It will always be a Laker town. And the Clippers can have Inglewood, for which is also a Laker town, in case anybody's wondering. Remember, the Forum was over there. So, yeah, man, I ain't interested in the Clippers in any way, other than to say they're another team in the way and we need to knock them off to get where we need to go. If they ain't got one of their best guys, cool. That means we should have more of a shot at destroying them. We match up pretty well with them this year in theory, although Vanderbilt is not going to be out there, and he helped a lot in the last one. But if we use our personnel properly, I think we can match up. I don't think they have an answer for Anthony Davis. Even though Zubats is back healthy, playing well, they don't have an answer for that type of height and length. And, we should be able to take care of business, man, if we play well. I really believe that. The Clippers aren't playing their best ball right now, but neither are we. So that's really what it is. The game's at 7 o'clock, 10 p.m. Eastern, and I have less to say about this game and more to be concerned with in regards to how we're going to play. It's not about the Clippers. The Clippers are going to be who they are. They're going to shoot mid-range shots. They're going to drive at the basket. Russell Westbrook's going to do his thing, turn the ball over and all that stuff. We know what's to come. Kawhi Leonard could go for 33 tonight, probably don't miss a shot because that's how he usually plays against us. We know what's coming. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Coffee, Man, Tice, those guys, they're going to support their team, as a bench unit that's pretty effective. We got P.J. Tucker, who's very unhappy there. I don't know if he'll get any minutes. Probably not, but he's on that bench. We need to understand that because Paul George ain't out there, they're probably going to use Norman Powell a bit more and Terrence Mann a bit more. So you don't want them to turn into world beaters on you. That you cannot afford. And James Harden is going to be James Harden. He's going to hit all his free throws. He's going to probably dance and shoot from behind the arc. He's going to drive at the rim. But most importantly, he's going to get the ball to everybody else and facilitate quite a bit. Don't put the wrong player on him or you're going to cook him. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. If you mess around, put the wrong players on the wrong guys this night, you're getting cooked for real. You thought Phoenix was bad. Go ahead and put Taurean Prince on Kawhi Leonard. See how they go for you, Darvin. You know what I'm saying? It's the type of night where you go ahead and you play stupid games and you're going to win them stupid prizes tonight for sure. I guarantee you that. So this is one of those nights, man. My patience level with our team and my coach right now, it doesn't exist. Not the way we've been playing since coming back from the All-Star break. Not the mistakes that have been made with the urgency on the line. No patience. We got to get this right, or you're going to hear from me. BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.